integrated rate equation for first order reaction. Okay, so write the definition of first order reaction. What is the definition? The reaction in which rate of chemical reaction is directly proportional to first power of the molar concentrations of reactant in experimentally determined rate equation. Done. The reaction in which a rate of chemical reaction is directly proportional to first power of the molar concentrations of reactant in experimentally determined rate equation. In experimentally determined rate equation called first order reaction. Called first order reaction. Right. Let us consider a reaction. A gives rise to product. Let us consider a reaction. A gives rise to product. And tell me now what is the rate equal to? So rate equal to K into molar concentrations of reactant. No, let us take R, molar concentration of reactant R power 1. Okay, then so rate, but we know that rate also equal to minus dr by dt. Yes or no? Rate also equal to minus dr by dt. Now equalize these two. It is minus dr by dt equal to K into R. Right. So here this is the R term, here also R term, dr. Right. Therefore, can I bring R term here? It is a dr by R equal to minus K into dt. Let us take equation 1. Right. The next is integration. So integration for equation 1. So what do you get? Dr by dt, dr by R equal to minus K into integration of dt. And then tell me here, integration of dr by R equal to, you will get ln R. Here minus K as it is, integration of dt is T plus I. I is a integration constant. Equation 2 where I is integration constant. Okay, now we want I value, so that let us take T equal to 0, time 0 means before starting the reaction. When time equal to 0 before starting the reaction, then the concentration of reactant become initial concentration, R become R naught. Therefore, substitute in equation 2, then ln R naught equal to minus K into 0 plus I, then I equal to minus ln R naught. Okay, then substitute I value equation 2. So ln R equal to minus Kt plus ln R. So this equation is important for graph. Do you remember the same equation we used in zero order reaction, but difference is what? There R equal to minus Kt plus R naught. Okay, here ln, only ln is different. Okay, so therefore It is equation 3, important for graph. Okay, now let us change this equation. Minus kt, transfer left side, kt equal to, plus kt equal to, it is ln r naught minus ln r. But we also know that it is a log a minus log b. So therefore log a by b, no, a by b. So therefore kt is also equal to, it is ln r naught by r, right? So this is also one more important equation for graph. Okay, then we want k value, k equal to 1 by t ln r naught by r. It is another equation important for a graph. But we also know that ln equal to 2.303 log base 10. So therefore substitute, will get k value equal to, it is a 2.303 by t log, it is r naught by r. Where k equal to what? Rate constant of first order reaction, and r naught is initial concentration of reactant, and r is concentration of reactant only after time t. Concentration of reactant after time t. Okay, so this is important equation for problem. Okay, now let's see graphical representation of first order reaction. Next, written. So graphical representation of first order reaction. Come on, tell me, a graph is plotted between first, let us take this equation. Okay, so it is a ln r is equals to minus kt plus ln r naught. Okay, so let us take, it is on y axis, y equal to, okay, it is a m x plus c. Tell me, a graph is plotted between ln r on y axis, so time on x axis. Tell me, there is a slope is negative slope and intercept is ln r naught is there, therefore there is intercept, therefore the slope is negative, so graph is like this. So slope equal to minus k and intercept is ln r naught. Okay, next, so another graph, a graph is plotted for this also. Now let us take, it is second equation, ln r naught by r is equals to kt, right? So let us take, it is y equal to mx, so mx plus c intercept is 0, right? Tell me, if the c is 0, so graph start from origin, right? So therefore, tell me, it is ln r naught by r, and it is a time t. So what is the slope equal to? Okay, great. For this also will get same graph. Next, let us take for graph for this last equation. It is 1, this is 2 and 3. Third one is k equal to 2.303 by t. It is log r naught by r. Okay, now let us take log r naught by r equal to what? What do we get? Tell me. So log r naught by r equal to it is a k into t by 2.303. Okay, so here take on y axis log r naught by r, on x axis this t. So therefore tell me y equal to, it is a mx plus c. So c equal to 0, therefore so log r naught by r, and it is t, a straight line which is passing through the origin, and what is the slope equal to? It is a k by 2.303. Okay. Next is other forms of first order rate constant. Other forms of first order rate constants. Tell me. So what are the other forms? So let's say first one, k equal to, already written now, k equal to 2.303 by t log, tell me, r naught by r, where r naught equal to initial concentration of reactant, r equal to concentration of reactant after time t. So therefore it is first form. Second form, now let us take, if r naught is initial concentration, let us take A. Okay, r naught equal to A. A is the initial concentration, and x equal to concentration of product. Tell me. Now x equal to concentration of product, then what become r? So then r equal to actually concentration of reactant, right? It is a concentration of reactant left after certain time t. That means the concentration left means initial concentration minus concentrations of product. That means r equal to a minus x. You should remember it. So therefore, now tell me what you get. K equal to, it is 2.303 by t log a by a minus x. Important for problem. It is a second form of equation. This is the first form. Next, third one. And tell me. Now, let us take in the derivation of equation we got k equal to, it is a 1 by t natural log initial concentration of reactant by concentration of reactant after certain time t, right? We got this equation, right? Now let us simplify this equation. Can we write natural log ln equal to ln r naught by r equal to what? Equal to k into t, all right? But actually I want r naught by r only. R naught by r equal to what? It is r naught by r, it is a natural log, no? It become e power kt, right? E to the power kt. Then actually we want r, so that let's see first r naught. Then what is r naught equal to? R naught equal to, bring r here, it becomes r into e power kt. So this is one equation, but we want actually r equal to, tell me what to do. So we want r equal to, so that then r is equals to r naught divided by e to the power k, then r also equal to r naught into
e power minus
kt, no? E power minus kt. This equation we want. This was previous CET question. Which of the following equation represent first order reaction? So r equal to r naught into e to the power minus kt. So options given in the form of C. Ct equal to c naught into e to the power minus kt. Can we write? Where what is the Ct equal to? Concentration of the reactant after time t, and initial concentration, and this is, you know. Next is, can we write, in physics you study this, Nt equal to N0 into e to the power minus kt, radioactive reactions. In radioactive reactions we use this formula, Nt equal to N0 into e to the power minus kt, because all radioactive disintegration reactions are first order reactions. Okay, so this is the another form of equation, equation 3. Next, fourth one. So fourth equation is, see, if the concentration of reactant R1 R2 at time T1 T2, it means two concentrations given, two times given, then what is the first order reaction? So that is, if concentration of reactant R1 comma R2 at time T1 T2, at time T1 T2. So at the time T1 T2 the concentrations are R1 R2 respectively. Then what is the rate constant of first order reaction? So rate constant K equal to, so even you can take in this form, K equal to, it is a 1 by T2 minus T1 natural log R1 by R2, because R1 concentration is more. Yes or no? R1 by R2, right? And one more, in the form of log base 10. Yes, it is K equal to 2.303 into by T2 minus T1 log R1, the concentration of reactant time T1 and the concentration of reactant time T2. So therefore R1 concentration is more compared to R2 concentration, right? So these are the different forms of the rate constant of first order reaction. You have to remember. So which of the following represents first order reaction? All four, 1 2 3 4 represents first order rate constant. Okay, so next is next is half life period completed, not completed, right? Half life period. Half life period, T half. So what is half life period? Tell me. The time taken to convert half of the concentration of reactant into product, right? The time taken to convert half of the concentration of reactant into product is called T half or half life period of the reaction. Okay, write down. The time taken to convert the time taken to convert half of the concentration of reactant into the time taken to convert half of the concentrations of reactant into product, half of the concentration of reactant into product called what? Half life period, T half. Okay, now tell me. So we know that K equal to 2.303 by T log R naught by R. This is the rate constant for first order reaction. Now suppose if T equal to T half, if T equal to T half, it means when the time equal to half life period, so R become what? R naught by 2, because the concentration of reactant reduces to initial by half of the initial, no? Half of the initial. That means when time is become T half, then R become R naught by 2. So therefore substitute in the above equation, it become K equal to 2.303 by T become T half, then log base 10 R naught by R equal to again R naught by 2. Okay, so it means you will get log 2. What is the log 2 value? So log 2 is 0.3010. You can take for calculation purpose 0.3. Okay, so tomorrow class I will explain how to see the logarithm. Okay, next. Okay, then substitute here this 0.3 value here, then you will get K equal to 0.693 by T half, or T half equal to what? 0.693 by K. Okay, from this T half, one important conclusion you can write here. Tell me, the T half of first order reaction is independent of the concentration of initial concentration reactant. Therefore, important point is the T half of first order reaction is independent of initial concentration of reactant. Okay, it does not depends on initial concentration of reactant. Okay, next is for first order reaction we study one more important time is T average, average life. Average life, particularly this is used in radioactive disintegration. So remember, all radioactive disintegration reactions are first order reaction. If possible, write somewhere in first order reaction. All radioactive disintegration reactions follows first order. All radioactive disintegration reactions follows first order. Let's see T average. So what is the T average? Average life. See, so T average is, it is the time taken to convert, or the time taken to convert the concentration of reactant into 1 by E. Okay, it means if T is equals to T average, then R should be R naught by E. It is the time which is required to convert the concentration of reactant into what? It is a 1 by E. It means R naught by E, right? Then that time is called what? Average time. So therefore T equal to T average, R equal to R naught by E. Now we want relation between K and T average. Okay, write down. The time which is the time in which concentration of reactant reduced to the time in which the concentration of reactant reduced to 1 by E of its original concentration, 1 by E of its original concentration, called average time, okay. That is T equal to T average, R equal to R naught by E. Yes or no? The concentration of reactant should be reduced to 1, that is R naught by E. So therefore 1 by E. Now R equal to R naught by E, but we know that K equal to, tell me, it is a, not, I want ln 1 by T in the ln initial concentration of reactant by concentration of reactant time T. Now substitute here. What is the K equal to? 1 by T. No, I'll take T average. When T equal to T average, then what is the R naught is, let it be same, then R equal to R naught by E. Okay, so R naught cancel, but we also know that ln E equal to 1, because log 10 is 1, no, log 10 1, log base 10 1, it is actually log, it is E, no, you can write log, this is same, no, it means nothing but ln E. So therefore which is equals to 1. So therefore now this whole value become 1. It means K become what? 1 by T average. Important. K equal to 1 by T average. So, but we want actually T average. So what is the T average equal to? It is 1 by K. Important. So there was question asked in JEE, the relation between T average and T half. So tell me now, relation between T average and T half. Come on, tell me. So what is the relation between T average, T half? You tell me first. K equal to 0.693 by T half. Yes or no? But here K equal to 1 by T average. Then in place of this K, can you write 1 by T half? 1 by T average. So 1 by T average equals to 0.693 by T half. Yes or no? But we want the relation between T half and this T. So therefore T half equal to, come on, tell me. So T average no, is correct?
T half by T average is equal to 0.
1 second, is it right? Here, correct? No. Okay, then T half equal to 0.693 into, okay, T average. Okay, this is one. One more is, I want T average. T average equals to, yeah, T half by 0.693. Okay, it means, can you tell me? So what is the value of 1 by 0.693? It is approximately 1.414 something, 44 something like that. You see once? 1.4 baruta. So therefore, then finally T average equals to 1.4 into T is 1.4 1 by 0.693 1.44 414 I think 44, right? 442, let it be 1.4, fine. So there is a relation between T average and T half of first order. It is for first order only. Next, characteristics of first order reactions. Characteristics of first order reaction. And tell me the same characteristic we have studied yesterday, zero order. No, you tell me in same sequence. First one, rate of chemical reaction is directly proportional to first power of the molar concentrations of reactant. Yes or no? Right? Rate of chemical reaction is first power of the molar concentrations of reactant. Molar concentrations of reactant in experimentally determined rate equation. Right? In experimentally determined rate equation. It means rate is equals to K into R power 1. Now suppose if you plot the graph, let us take rate on y axis, it is a m x plus c. Tell me, c intercept is 0, therefore what do you get? It passes through the origin, right? Then what is the slope equal to k. Next, second characteristic. So what is the unit of rate constant? So unit of rate constant, it is per second. So most of the time they'll give the question like this: the unit of rate constant of so and so A to B reaction is equals to 2 into 10 power minus 2 second inverse. The order of reaction is. It means you need to identify the order of reaction based on unit of rate constant. That is the question. Next, 3. So what is the integrated rate equation for first order reaction? So integrated rate equation, right on. The integrated rate equation for first order reaction is K equal to 1 by T natural log R naught by R. So we have drawn graph on this, and K equal to 2.303 by T log R naught by R. Next, fourth one. So graphs are already plotted on these two. Next is fourth characteristic, T half. So what is the T half of first order reaction? So it is T half equal to 0.693 by K. Okay, that means T half is, so T half of the reaction is independent of what? Concentration of, initial concentration of reactant. Next, fifth one. So what is the fifth characteristic is? T average. Okay, T average we have not studied there in zero order. So T average we study for only radioactive disintegration reactions. T average. So therefore T average equals to what? It is a 1 by K, or T average is also equal to relation with T half is how much? It is here somewhere written 1.4 into T half, right? Next, sixth point. Regarding what? So what is the relation between rate and time? Okay, in case of zero order reaction, rate is independent of time, since it is independent of concentration. But here depend on time. So therefore as the time is increases, rate is decreases. So therefore what is the relation between rate and time? It is inversely proportional. So therefore if the graph is plotted between rate versus time, so what happened? As the time is increases, rate decreases. Hyperbola. Okay. So next is rate constant for gaseous phase reaction. This is most important for problem purpose. Rate, no, calculation, not rate constant, right, rate constant. Right done. Rate constant for gaseous phase reactions. For the gaseous phase reactions, what is the rate constant, or how do you calculate rate constant? Okay. Now let us consider reaction, simple reaction. Right on. Consider a reaction A gives rise to B. Consider a reaction A, it is a gas converted into B, also gas. Tell me, for the gaseous phase reaction, we calculate the pressure instead of molar concentration, that is easily. Therefore, now let us see initial pressure. Let us take initial pressure of reactant P is A is a P naught. Okay, what is the initial pressure of the product? Nil. Before starting the reaction, there is no pressure for the product. Next is partial pressure of reactant and product after time t. After time t, what are the partial pressures of reactant and product? Now let's see, important, listen here. Suppose, let me take it is a 1 mole, right? 1 mole A giving 1 mole B. So therefore, if 1 mole A undergo reaction gives 1 mole B, if I take it is a X atm pressure is observed. It means B gives the pressure of the B is X atm at what? After time t. Then what is the partial pressure of the reactant left or reactant after time t? Initially P naught. Then how much decreased? X. Therefore P naught minus X is the partial pressure of reactant left. Therefore we know the equilibrium constant. Tell me, K equal to 2.303 by T log R naught by R no. R naught is the initial concentration of reactant, R is the concentration of reactant after time T. Therefore now write in terms of partial pressure. So what is the K equal to? 2.303 by T log tell me this, R naught by R. R naught is P naught, initial pressure, divided by R equal to what? Where R is a concentration of reactant after time t. So here in place of R you can write P naught minus X, because partial pressure of the reactant after time t. Therefore it become P naught minus X. And here okay, yesterday somebody asked me a question. If you take partial pressure molar concentration, can it rate constant unit changes? One question. Is it rate constant unit changes by taking partial pressure or concentration or mole or something? No. It means the advantage of this is, in place of R naught R, in place of concentration, you can take partial pressure, you can take mole, you can take mole fraction, you can take even rotation also. Optical activity, we take rotation, right? Anything can be taken in place of R naught by R, because it is a ratio. It is a ratio. Since it is a ratio, both the units get cancelled. Therefore, the unit of this has no effect on unit of K. That's what you need not to bother. In place of R naught by R, concentration, you can take anything. You can take mole fraction, you can take weight percentage, volume percentage, you can take rotation also, specific rotation. Okay. So therefore, so the unit of K does not change. That is actually advantage. Otherwise, if you go on change units. Right. So that is a simple reaction. Now let us take one more. Example 2. Now let us consider a reaction A. It is in gaseous phase gives rise to B in gaseous phase, C also in gaseous phase. Tell me. So A gives rise to B and C, all are in gaseous phase. Now tell me, let us take again initial pressure. Initial pressure of reactant is, let me take P naught and initial pressure 0, 0. Right. Next, yeah. Next is, what is the pressure at time T? So therefore, the partial pressure of reactant and product, alright, partial pressures after time T. Okay, tell me now, what are the partial pressures after time T? Let me take, no, 1 second. I will take, this is 2C. Change it. 2C third. Now tell me. Now see, to make easy, you need to remember some important points. One, it is 1 mole, no? 1 mole of A undergoing dissociation gives 1 mole, 2 mole. Right? 1 mole of B, 2 moles of C. That means 1 mole of A dissociate gives 1 mole of B, 1 mole of C. If I take 1 mole of B equal to X ATM, it becomes what? 2X ATM, its partial pressure. Then what is the partial pressure of reactant A after time T? Initial is P naught. Then minus X or 3X. X or 3X. Huh? X only, because see, think here, 1 mole gives 1 mole A gives 1 mole 2 mole, no? Therefore, if X mole dissociate, it gives 1X, it is a 2X. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಾನೇ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. 1 mole A dissociate gives 1 mole 2 mole. If X mole dissociate, X mole ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ X ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2X ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Because 1 mole 2 mole ತಾನೇ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? X mole. It means X mole of reactant is equals to X mole of molar, even ATM also. So X mole of B, 2X mole of C. It means 1X mole of A equal to 1X mole of B, 2X mole of C. Right? So that means, so it become only P naught minus X. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾದರೆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಂಥ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಷ್ಟು ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಪಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ನಾವು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪಿ ಟೋಟಲ್? ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ದಿಸ್ gaseous mixture equal to, so P naught minus X plus 2X. Then the P total is equals to, it is a P naught plus 2X. Okay. Now tell me, what is the rate constant? So rate constant K equal to, it is a 2.303 by T log initial concentration by concentration of reactant time T. Then now tell me, K equal to 2.303 by T log, tell me R naught. In R naught place you can write P naught. Then in place of R, what we should write? P naught minus X. But sometime, yeah, this is okay, you write, you can, if they give X value you can calculate. But instead of X, sometime they will give the total pressure. Most of the question they will give the total pressure of the reaction mixture is so and so. That means I want to replace this X with total. P P total. Now therefore what to do? We know that the P total is equals to P naught minus P naught plus 2x. Then 2x equal to what? P naught P total minus P naught. Then x equal to what? P total minus P naught by 2. It means K equal to 2.303 by T log P naught, let it be as it is, initial pressure. Then P naught here, it is also let it be P naught minus, in place x you can write P total minus P naught by 2. Okay, so you know the P naught value, P total they will give in question, you can get the K. If they give the pressure is x is a what? Partial pressure of product, right? X is a partial pressure of product. If they give partial pressure of any one product, you can get x value. Otherwise, most of the time they will give P total. The total pressure of the gaseous mixture they will give, you can get K value like this. I hope it's clear now. Fine. Next, one more. You write for this one more also. A gives rise to 2B plus 3C plus D. So write the equilibrium constant. The first order. Consider first order reaction. Write the equilibrium constant in terms of total pressure. Written? Tell me, initial pressure. Can we take initial pressure equal to nothing but T equal to 0? When time is 0, no? When time is 0, this is P naught, all are 0. When time is T, let us take, now tell me here also, you take like this, it is a 1 mole, no? 1 mole dissociate gives 2 mole B, 3 mole C, 1 mole D, no? Therefore, 1 mole A gives 1 mole D. It means you take this is x ATM, so it become easy to calculate. If this is 1 x ATM, it become 2x ATM, it become 3x ATM. Then now tell me, what about this remaining? Initially P naught is given minus x or 2x or 3x? Minus x only, because 1 mole gives 1 mole, 2 mole, 3 mole. Therefore, if you take x mole dissociate gives 2x, 3x, x. Yes or no? That is a concept. That's what it is, a P naught minus x only. You understand? So therefore, you can write the P total. P total equal to P naught minus x plus 2x, 3x, x. So I think P naught plus 5x. Therefore, you can write that equilibrium constant in terms of P total. Okay. So today evening we will discuss all the questions. Okay, fine. Next is, it is first order reaction. But here important is the majority questions based on first order reactions. Okay, nearly 70% questions are related to first order reaction, and in first order reaction we have many more shortcuts also. Okay, let's see. Write one note. Write under note. some important relations of first order reaction. Some important relations first order reactions, right? So some important relations of first order reaction. Okay, A, right? Calculation of concentration of reactant, concentration of reactant left after n T half. Right, so calculation of concentration of the reactant after n T half. N T half means 1, 2, 3 T half. Okay, how to calculate concentration of reactant after n T half? So you can use by formula K equal to 2.302 or K equal to 2.303 by T log R naught by R, or K equal to 0.693 by K. By using these two formulas you can get it, but even though you can get very simply, very short way. How? Say for example, if I take initial concentration of reactant is 100 is a initial concentration of reactant. Okay, I will take R naught. Then after 1 T half equal to 1, what is the left? 50% left now. Okay, that is, it is called R1. So R1 is the concentration of reactant left 1 T half, after 1 T half. Next by after another T half, that is 2 T half, what is the concentration left? Half of the left, no. So every time half of the concentration is reduced. Okay, next is quickly 12.5, next is 6.125, next is make it half 3 point 6 point 0 6 2 5, next is 1 point correct already, 1.5 3 1 1 2. Okay, next is 0.76 0.3 0.1. Tell me how many T half completed? 2 T half. Here is 3 T half, 4 T half. It is a 5 T half, 6 T half, 7 T half. It is 8 T half, 9 T half. I want one more T half. Tell me. 0.09095. Okay. Right. So this is the, now question is like this. What is the concentration of reactant left after 5 T half? This is R2, R3, it is R4, R5. So the R5 is nothing but the concentration of reactant left after 5 T half. Next it is R6, it is R7, R8, right. This is R9, it is R10. ಲಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಲ್ಲ 6.25 ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು 3.125 ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1.56 ಹಾಂ 781 0.3 95 ना 0.19 ಸಾಕು ಬಿಡ್ರಿ 0.9 0.09 ಬರ್ಬೇಕೇನೋ 0.09 ಸಾಕು ಬಿಡ್ರಿ okay see yeah so this is how if you take initial concentration of reactant is 100 okay then what is the concentration of reactant left after 10 t half that is a so 0.98 0.098 concentration is left okay that is R naught value then now tell me question is like this a reaction follows first order kinetics okay so the number of t half required to reduce the concentration of reactant into 3.15 how many t half required to reduce the concentration of reactant into 3.15 5 t half right if the reaction follows first order kinetics calculate the number of t half required to reduce the concentration of reactant into 0.781 70 half okay next this one question means they may ask what is the t half required how many t half required to reduce the concentration so and so next another question is calculation of t half right say a reaction follows first order kinetics how much time required to reduce the concentration of reactant into 0.098 if t half equal to 5 minutes
50
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ how much time required to reduce the concentration of reactant into 0.098 if reaction follows first order kinetic and t half equal to 5 minutes if the t half equal to 5 minutes we need to understand to reduce 0.098 how many t half required 10 t half so 5 into 10 50 minutes means how much time required to reduce the concentration so and so t half will be given okay next that is second type question I'll give one question third question is they may expect t half okay by giving total time right if the reaction follows first order kinetic this question must be known this point must be there if it is not first order you cannot apply this if the reaction follows first order kinetic the total time required to reduce the concentration of reactant into 1.56 okay the time required to reduce the concentration of reactant into 1.56 that is in 100 minutes what is that t half of the reaction 100 by 6 okay these are the three possible questions so asking percentage directly asking the concentration directly asking the t half directly asking the total time directly okay next now similarly it is the calculation of concentration of reactant left can you calculate concentration of product is formed yes right so therefore ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ದಿಸ್? ಬರ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ? ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ n t half. Calculate the calculation of concentration of reactant left after n t half. Where R naught equal to initial concentration of reactant and what is R1 equal to? Concentration of reactant left after how many T half? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಇದೆ, 10 ಇಲ್ಲ, 1 T half. R2 means 2 T half. R3 3 4 5 6. So take quickly 1 2 3 questions. Question number 1. Bega. The half life period of first order reaction is 25 minutes. The half life period of a first order reaction is 25 minutes. Calculate the half life period of first order reaction is 25 minutes. Calculate the time required to reduce. Calculate the time required to reduce the concentration of reactant into 3.125. 3.125 if it follows first order kinetics. If it follows a first order kinetic. To reduce 3.125, how many T half required? It required 5 T half. So therefore, since it required 5 T half, 1 T half equal to 5 minutes, 5 into 5, 25 minutes. 25 given, huh? Okay. Into 5. Next, one more question. One more. What is the concentration of reactant left? What is the concentration of reactant left in a first order kinetic? In a first order kinetic reaction after 8 T half. How much?
0.395.
So 0.395. Next, one more. Right. If the reaction follows first order kinetic, if the reaction follows first order kinetic, calculate the time required to reduce the concentration of reactant into 0.09 if half life period of the reaction is 5 minutes.
50 minutes.
if half life period of the reaction is 5 minutes. So therefore 10 T half no. So 10 T half, 1 T half is 5 minutes, 10 T half is 50 minutes. Okay. Now similarly, now this is what calculation of concentration of reactant left actually. Now calculation of concentration of product formed. Right. Can we? Right. B. Calculation of concentration of product formed after N T half over R. See, calculation of concentration of product formed after N T half, can we write calculation of, it is a concentration of product formed. At the same time, calculation of the percentage of reaction completed, no? Both are same, no? The calculation of product formed is nothing but calculation of percentage of reaction completed. So or over R, calculation of percentage of reaction completed. Both are same meaning. Percentage of reaction so what is the percentage of the reaction completed? Okay, so percentage of reaction completed, suppose if the 10% of the reaction completed, so how much product is formed? 10 only, right? So whatever the percentage of reaction completed, that much product will be formed, no? So that's what both are give same meaning. Therefore now let us take initially. So initially what is the concentration of product? 0. That means let us take it as a initial pressure, initial concentration of product is P naught matte confuse agutte, P tokole. Okay, initially P. Now tell me, now after T half what is the concentration of product is formed? 50, no? Yes or no? Next, actually say it is a 50 left, no? 50 left, that means how much product formed? 50. Next, here 25 left, so 100 minus 25, no? 75. Next, 12.5 left, how much? 87.5 formed. Next, 6.25, you just do minus 100 minus, that's it. 93.7. Next, 96.825. Next, 875. Okay. Here 100 minus 90, 98.43. Next, 99.62, no? 99.219, 6 barala. Next is 99.6. Next, 99.903. Next, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ 99.99 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೊಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನನಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಯಾವುದು ಇದಾ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡೆ 9 ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. 99.803. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ 99.999 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ Yeah, this is after 1 t half, right? Very 2 t half, it is a 3 t half, 4 t half, 5 t half, 6 t half, 7 t half, okay. Now quickly from this can I write t 50%? It means the time taken to convert 50% of reaction equal to what? Can I take 1 t half? T 50 equal to, okay, the time taken to convert or complete 75%. How many? 2 t half tane. Next, what is the time required to complete 87.5% reaction? But so 87 t 93.7 t 96.875 t 98.438 t 99.219 t 99.605 t 99.803. So this is 10 t half. So t 99.99% equal to 10 t half required. It is how many t half? 3 t half. It is 4 t half. It is 5 t half, 6 t half, 7 t half, 8 t half. It is 9 t half. Okay, so here also some important questions you can expect directly. Questions like this. So a reaction follows first order kinetic. The t half of the reaction equal to 5 minutes. They will give the t half. By giving t half, what is the time required to complete the 99.99% of the first order kinetic? That means calculate the time required to complete the 99.99% of the first order reaction if t half equal to 5 minutes. So therefore you need to understand, to complete 99.99% it required total how many t half? 10 t half. So therefore 1 t half is 5 minutes, 10 t half is 50 minutes. Okay, so that means, so by giving the percentage of the reaction completed, they expect, so what is the time required? Next they will give the time now. So here the person if the reaction follows first order kinetic, to complete the 87.5% of the reaction, so 20 minutes required. 20 minutes required. Then what is the t half? So to complete 87.5% of the reaction, 20 minutes required, but we want t half. So here 1 2 3 3 t half. So 3 t half required 20 minutes, therefore 20 by 3. So how many t half can be, and how many t half? 3 t half by total time by T half. So like that question can be expected. Okay. Right. Do you understand? Write down question. Write the question. Right. A reaction follows first order kinetic. A reaction follows first order kinetic. Calculate the time required. Calculate the time required to complete the 93.75% of the reaction. 93.75% of the reaction if its T half equal to 5 minutes. If its T half equal to 5 minutes. So therefore 93.75 no means it is a 4 T half, 4 into 5. Right. Right. Next right. 99.99% of first order reaction completed. 99.99% of first order reaction completed in 100 minutes. 99.99% of first order reaction completed in 100 minutes. Calculate the time required to complete 50% of the chemical reaction. 50% ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? T half. Right. Calculate the time required to complete the 50% of a chemical reaction. So here to here. That is T half. So T half equal to 100 by 10. Okay. So next right. Take one formula. Next right. Take one formula. Amount of the reaction left after nth T half. The amount of the reactant left after nth T half is equals to initial concentration divided by 2 power n. The amount of the reactant left it is after nth T half equal to initial concentration power divided by 2 power n. N equal to number of T half. N equal to number of T half. Right. Next, one more formula. Number of T half equal to. How do you calculate number of T half equal to? Total time no. Divided by number of T half equal to total time by T half. So total time will be given and T half will be given. You can calculate there are how many number of T half. Okay. So we shall continue next class.